Right, hello friends. Now we'll take problems on accounting standard 26, right? AS 26 पे problems ले लेते हैं. What is AS 26 if you remember? Accounting for intangible asset, right? Important standard for exam perspective. Shall we take the problems? Right. See, theory questions may not be tested in exam. They're all like past examination questions, but अभी के trend में theory questions नहीं पूछ रहा है. All practical questions will only be asked, but still, whatever has been there, we will just read once. Decide, question number 67, decide when research and development cost of a project can be deferred to a future period as per AS 26. See, if you remember, research and development cost got two phases. If you remember, one is called research phase, second is called development phase. Expenditure incurred on research phase should be charged towards a P&L account immediately. There is no concept of deferment, but whatever expenditure you have incurred at the time of development stage, that you can capitalize. मतलब you can keep in work in progress, capitalize it and keep in work in progress. Once the development is complete, then you can go for what's up capitalization of the entire cost. मतलब simple सी भाषा है, whenever you are incurring expenditure on research and development, cost incurred up to research phase will go to P&L. But whereas expenditure incurred from development phase will be charged towards our P&L. But over there are certain 6 conditions, if you remember, that we need to meet. It should be technically feasible, it should be financially feasible, you should have intention to complete the asset, right? Development complete करना बिल्कुल intention रहना है. Point number 4 is the future economic benefit should flow from the enterprise, right now. The cost should be measured reliably. If all these conditions are met, then only expenditure incurred at the development phase can be capitalized. Am I clear, sir? So पढ़ लो सर, ये सब आपको पढ़ना है तो एक बार. टेक्निकल फीजिबिलिटी याद है ना? या टेक्निकल फीजिबिलिटी, इंटेंशन टू कंप्लीट द एसेट याद आ रहा? इंटेंशन टू कंप्लीट द एसेट, एबिलिटी टू यूज द एसेट और सेल द एसेट. It should generate future economic benefits. Remember, it should be financially and technically feasible. The expenditure should be measured reliably. If these 6 conditions can be met right now, you need not memorize it, it will be remembered automatically, don't worry. So if these conditions can be met, then only expenditure incurred at development phase can be capitalized. Am I clear? If you feel at any point of time that one or more conditions cannot be met, expenditure incurred till now should be charged towards sir P&L. Am I clear, sir? Next question number 68. How is software acquired for internal use accounted under AS 26? Software, see, there are many software like Amazon. Complete Amazon runs on a software only, right? That's called complete ERP है, Enterprise Resource Planning. So there are some software which are really costly, sir. So when you acquire these type of software, how to account for it? See, there is no special requirement when it comes to accounting for a software, right? Softwares are recognized in the books as any other normal intangible assets are recognized, right? Whatever expenditure you have incurred to acquire the intangible asset and all those expenses incurred up to the point of time the asset comes ready for its intended use, all those expenses can be capitalized. Don't forget that. हर वो खर्चा हुआ up to the point of time the asset comes for its intended use, all those expenses you can capitalize. Remember na? So if you want, you can just go through, otherwise I can make read for you. It should be recognized as asset if it meets the recognition criteria. If you remember, what is the recognition criteria? Future economic benefit should arise from such asset, and first that's the basic condition, right? And second, the cost can be measured reliably. Matlab, this point talks about recognition principle. Recognition principle. When can an asset be recognized in the books of accounts? When 2 principal conditions are met. Condition number 1 is nothing but what, sir? When the cost can be measured reliably. Condition number 2, to call it as an asset, there should be future economic benefits from the use of such asset, right? So दोनों condition meet होने पे you can capitalize the asset, right? The cost of the software, ठीक है, ये सब तो routine है sir. These all you can also read. Future economic benefits आना चाहिए. The cost can be measured what, sir? Reliably. If these 2 conditions can be principally met, then yes, you can recognize the asset. Any purchase cost, professional fee, installation cost, right now, all those expenses incurred up to the point of time the asset gets ready for its intended use, all those expenses can be capitalized. याद रखना, all those expenses can be what, sir? Capitalized. Can I move? Next, this is again important, sir. ये important question है. What are the costs that are included in research and development cost as per AS26? Right now, because this is a bit tricky question. Tricky मतलब they are very specific on the questioning, sir. Give us a list of those expenses which are included in research and development cost, research phase and development phase, right? So these are nothing but a research phase, ये आगे आपके examples of what's a development phase. See, right now for COVID-19, still many countries obviously they are in research phase only because there is no medicine for COVID-19 disease. Likewise, there is no vaccination till date. Trial and error पे research चल ही रहा है. So once the research gets completed, then the development of the vaccine will start, right now. So have a look, sir. They have given some examples of research. Cost of activity aim to obtaining new knowledge. Knowledge acquire करना पड़ेगा ना, because if you want to do more research, you should get more knowledge of it. Evaluation, final selection, application of research findings or other knowledge. वो सब filtering process बोलते हैं इसको. Cost of search for an alternative materials, devices, product, processes, systems, etc. See, all these are nothing but research. अभी search चल रहा है knowledge के लिए, right ना. Cost of activities involved in formulation, designing, evaluation, final selection of possible alternatives for new or improved materials, devices. See, all those expenses incurred up to the point of time, right now the development gets started, all those expenses are called nothing but what's the research based expenses. And as per AS26, all these expenses should be charged to what, sir? P&L. Am I clear, sir? So once the development starts, whatever expenditure you incurred from the development phase, these expenses can be gone for what, sir? That can be go for capitalization. पढ़ लो सर एक बार आप लोग, पढ़ लो सर एक बार. से डिजाइनिंग कॉस्ट है, कंस्ट्रक्शन कॉस्ट है, प्री प्रोडक्शन कॉस्ट है, टेस्टिंग फॉर प्री प्रोडक्शन है, टूल्स का कॉस्ट है, जिग्स, मोल्ड्स, डाइस टू प्रिपेयर द न्यू टेक्नोलॉजी, राइट ना सर, एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा. तो यू कैन जस्ट कैजुअली गो थ्रू सर वंस. Very specific question. Question number 70. A company has a deferred R&D cost of 150 lakhs. Sales expected in the subsequent year are as under. First year, second year, third year, fourth year. These are the sales ratio. What is the sales ratio? They are in the ratio of 4:3:2:1. Very good. You are asked to suggest how should research and development cost be charged to P&L if at the end of third year, 3 साल के बाद, at the end of third year, if it is felt that no further economic benefit will accrue in the fourth year, how the unamortized expenditure would be dealt within the accounts of the company. See what would happen. Initially they thought the asset got a life of how many years? 4 years. That too, the benefit will come from the asset in the ratio of 4:3:2:1. So they would have written off the asset in the first year 4/10, in the second year 3/10. By the time they came to the third year, they felt the asset cannot be used anymore for the fourth year. Thereby, entire amount can be written off towards P&L at the end of third year. There is nothing wrong. Am I clear? देखो, based on right. See, this is simple, sir. वो कितना cost incur हुआ? 150 lakhs, right? This 150 lakhs you can charge to P&L account in the ratio of what, sir? 4 years. Amortize कर सकते. So 150 divided by 10 into 4. It is 60 lakhs, 45 lakhs, 30 lakhs and 15 lakhs. 4:3:2:1. This is how you should amortize the asset in the book. In a case if it got a life of 4 years. If you used to say no sir, it does not have a life of 4 years, then what you will do, sir, at the end of third year, entire 45 lakhs will be written off to the P&L account. Am I clear, sir? As amortization cost. Just have a look, sir. 60 lakhs first year, 45 lakhs, 30 lakhs, 15 lakhs. 4 years में 4 years चले जाएगा. ये bit number 2 है, sir. This is bit number 2. If at the end of third year, if you say that the asset cannot have a life of fourth year, then what you can do, sir, the entire amount of 45 lakhs you can charge to P&L account. How 45? See, 150 lakhs you started, right? First year, how much did you amortize? 60 lakhs. What is the value left? 90 lakhs. Second year again, how much did you amortize? 45 lakhs. So what is the value left? 45 lakhs. Third year you will return off entire amount called what, sir? 45 lakhs. Therefore, what is the value left now? 0. If you feel that after second year completion or third year end में there is no more life of the asset left, entire amount can be charged to what, sir? P&L. Very routine question. We'll go to the next question. AB Limited launched a product for producing product X in October 2009. The company incurred rupees 20 lakhs towards research and development expense up to 31st March 2011. Due to prevailing market condition, the management came to a conclusion that the product cannot be manufactured. Oh no. The product cannot be manufactured and sold in the market for the next 10 years. The management hence wants to defer the expenditure right off to the future years. See, once the management comes to a conclusion that future economic benefits cannot be derived from the asset, or the management don't have the intention to develop the asset, or it's technically not feasible or financially not feasible, whatever expenditure has been incurred till now in the development phase should be charged to P&L. So the opinion of the management here is what, sir? Wrong. जो management कर रहा है ना, that we want to defer the development cost and charge to P&L, that will become what, sir? Wrong. Advise the company as per the applicable accounting standard. The applicable accounting standard for your exam should be how much, sir? Accounting standard 26. पूरा एक्सपेंडिचर उठा के आपको राइट ऑफ कर देना है. दिस एंटायर अमाउंट शुड बी टेकन टू व्हाट, सर? P&L account, debit that to immediately. Because once you come to a conclusion that product cannot be manufactured and sold in the market for next years, deferring the cost for next 10 years would be foolish thing. So write off the entire amount to P&L account immediately. Am I clear, sir? Next. And next question number 72. An enterprise acquired patent right for 400 lakhs. The product life cycle has estimated to be 5 years, and the amortization was decided in the ratio of estimated future cash flows, which are as under. First year, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year. It's 2:2:2:1:1. This is what is the ratio for amortization, right now, sir? This is the estimated future benefit from use of the asset. Because amortization should be done in the ratio of future economic benefits, right? Remember? Then what happened? After third year, 3 साल के बाद, after it was ascertained that the patent would have an estimated balance life of how many years? 3 years. Original 5. After 3 years, you felt it can have a further life of how many years? 3 years. Thereby, the total life of the asset will now become how much, sir? 6 years. But this knowledge came to you, this information came to your knowledge only when? Only after third year. That is from fourth year onwards. And the estimated cash flow after fifth year is expected to be how much, sir? 50 lakhs. That is sixth year. Sixth year economic benefits. Sixth year economic benefits from the use of the, determine the amortization under applicable accounting standard. This is very easy. See, try to understand how you will solve the sum. First year what you will do? See, third year तक तो अपने को कोई information नहीं पड़ा. Only after third year we got the information, right? So this ratio 2:2:2:1:1 will continue up to 3 years. After that you can change the ratio. So what will happen for the first year? The ratio would be how much, sir? It's 2/2 plus 2 plus 2, 6, 7, 8. 2/8 would be the ratio for the first year. Second year again the ratio would be what, sir? 2/8. Third year again the ratio would be what, sir? 2/8. Right now, after this, what happens, sir? After this, fourth year the ratio will undergo change. Why? Now fourth year, fifth year, sixth year, the ratio is what, it is 1:1:1 है. No, it is 100:50. So you can say it is 100 divided by 250, 100 divided by 250, and 50 divided by 250. That is again 2:2:1, or 2/5, 2/5, 1/5. Am I clear, sir? Bolo na, sir. So what we'll do, we'll solve the sum. Therefore, amortization for different years I am telling you, okay? What is the value of the asset originally? The value of the asset is how much, sir? 400 lakhs, right? So it should be 400 lakhs into 2/8. Again 400 lakhs into 2/8. Again 400 lakhs into 2/8. This is for how many years? This is for first year. This is for second year. This is for third year. After these 3 years, we got additional information that asset could have further life of 1 year. Therefore, what will happen? 4th year, 5th year, 6th year, ratio will change. The answer was 100, 100, no, 50 will also get added, na? 250 हो जाएगा. So it's 100 by 250, new ratio, 100 by 250, 50 by 250. याद है? Ratio रे. That too on what value, sir? Now, what is the value of the asset left now? 400 lakhs. बोलो. No, I think what I have done, I should not have taken here 400, right? मैंने गलती से 400 ले लिया. I should have taken here the 4th year value, 4th year beginning value. Now what is the amortization for the first year, you know? It is 400 into 2 by 8. कितना हो गया? 100 lakhs. Here how much, sir? 100 lakhs or crores? Yeah, 100 lakhs only. Lakhs? 100 lakhs. So what is the value left here? Only 100 lakhs now. So it's 100 lakhs into 100 lakhs. What I'll do? I'll do it again neatly. ये साइड पूरा कर देता हूँ फिर से. Now what is the value of the asset left? 100 lakhs. 100 lakhs into 100 by 250. 100 lakhs into 100 by 250. 100 lakhs into 50 by 250. So कितना आ रहा है सर? It would be 40 lakhs, 40 lakhs and 20 lakhs. Check it, sir. So it's a very good question. Because no need to bring the effect retrospectively. Prospectively क्या हो वही बहुत है. Am I clear? No need to bring the effect retrospectively. Am I clear? So it's a very good question, sir. Question number 72 is a very good question. Come to question number 73. Question number 73 में जाते हैं. Plymouth Limited is engaged in research on a new process design for its product. Okay, कुछ research phase चल रहा है. Okay, it has incurred rupees 10 lakhs on research during first 5 months of the financial year 12-13. Okay, how much they have incurred, sir? 10 lakhs. The development of the process began only on 1st September 2012 and up to 31st March 2013, a sum of 8 lakhs was incurred as development phase expenditure. So this is research based expenditure which will go to P&L. And how much was incurred in development phase? 8 lakhs. So this is development based expenditure, okay, which meets the asset recognition criteria. The question itself says that 8 lakhs can go for what, sir? Capitalization. Question में answer है ना sir? From 1st April 2013, the company has implemented the new process design and it is likely that this will result in after tax saving of 2 lakhs per annum for the next 5 years. मतलब after implementing this design, the benefit will come for how many years? For the next 5 years, and each year what is the expected benefit? 2 lakhs per annum. The cost of capital is how much, sir? 10%. The present value of annuity of rupees 1 for 5 years is 10% is 3.7908. I'll tell you why they are telling this. Decide the treatment of research and development cost of the project as per AS26. Beautiful question, sir. I'll tell you what is this all about. मैं बताता हूँ आपको. Don't worry. See, they have incurred 2 expenses, right? This is the same question, right? Answer to question number 73. Question number 73 का आंसर है ये. सुनो. See, point number 1. Expenditure incurred on research phase. I don't know how much is the expenditure incurred on research phase. 10 lakhs. This should be taken to P&L account debit. Okay. Point number 2. Expenditure incurred on what phase? Development phase is how much, you know? Development phase का खर्चा कितना है सर? 8 लाख रुपए हैं. No doubt this can be capitalized. इसको आप capitalize कर सकते हैं, no problem. But however, remember sir, what is the recoverable amount? What is the recoverable amount from use of the asset? एसेट को यूज़ करने से कितना अमाउंट रिकवर होगा, दैट इज कॉल्ड नथिंग बट प्रेजेंट वैल्यू ऑफ फ्यूचर economic benefits, right ना. present value of future economic benefits मतलब क्या, the asset got a life of 1 year 2 years 3 years 4 years and 5 years. पूरे एसेट का 5 साल का लाइफ है ना भाई, 5 साल का लाइफ है. each year how much is the benefit that you are expecting from use of the asset, 2 lakhs 2 lakhs 2 lakhs 2 lakhs and 2 lakhs. question is what is the present value of these 2 lakhs, getting or not sir. ये जो 5-5 लाख का जो है ना सर, इसकी प्रेजेंट वैल्यू क्या है, दिस इज कॉल्ड प्रेजेंट वैल्यू ऑफ फ्यूचर इकोनॉमिक बेनिफिट्स. सो व्हाट दे हैव डन इन द क्वेश्चन, दे हैव गिवन यू 5 years का एन्युटी फैक्टर दे हैव गिवन यू. देयरफॉर प्रेजेंट वैल्यू ऑफ फ्यूचर इकोनॉमिक बेनिफिट्स इज इक्वल टू 2 lakhs इंटू से डिस्काउंट रेट कितना दिया है, डिस्काउंट रेट इज 10%, सॉरी डिस्काउंट रेट इज हाउ मच सर, 10% इज द डिस्काउंट रेट यहाँ पे दिया है ना. सो 5 years के लिए एन्युटी फैक्टर कितना है, 3.7908. सो विल मल्टीप्लाई इट इंटू 3.7908. सो दैट इज इक्वल टू 2 lakhs इंटू 3.7908. 3.7908 करेक्ट है ना. या it is only 7,58,160. see unnecessary you have incurred how much development cost, you know, the development cost itself is 8 lakhs, but whereas even if you use the asset the benefit is only how much sir, 7,58,160. therefore what you can do, you know, therefore the cost of the asset is how much, the cost of the asset in development phase is how much sir, development phase is 8 lakhs minus there is an impairment loss. If you remember what is impairment loss, impairment loss I have explained in AS 16, right. What is impairment loss, if the book value of the asset is more than its a recoverable amount, agar book value I'll write here, that is the book value is more than what's a recoverable amount, then gone the case, there is an impairment loss. In this example how much is the impairment loss, you know, it is 41,840 rupees. निकाल दिए तो therefore net asset value should be how much, you know, the net asset value should be 7,58,160 only. check it once, check it once. super question है, देख लो, read once if you want once, read your ICI solution. this is the value of the asset, actual value is 8 lakhs only. one unnecessary of incurred more expenditure when compared to its recoverable amount. एसेट के ऊपर आपने ज़्यादा खर्चा कर दिया है, उसको कितना भी यूज़ करो उससे आने वाला बेनिफिट कितना है, द बेनिफिट दैट यू कैन अचीव बाय यूजिंग द एसेट इज ओनली हाउ मच सर, इट इज 7,58,160. therefore whenever the book value is more than recoverable amount the difference is called as what, you know, impairment loss. so in this question there is an impairment loss of how much sir, 41,840. thereby the net asset value should be how much, 7,58,160. am I clear sir? so this is the question all about. So this question is more specific on what, you know, this question is more specific on impairment. ये question impairment पे specific है. The question is on impairment loss. Am I clear sir? So this is question number 73. Shall go to one more question, question number 74 में जाएंगे. Shall I move? NDA Corporation is engaged in research on a new project designed for its product. It has incurred an expenditure of 530 lakhs on research phase up to 31st March 2011. So whatever expenditure you have incurred on research phase, it will be taken to P&L account debit. Do you agree? The development of the process begins on 1st April 2011 and development phase expenditure was how much sir, 360 lakhs up to 31st March 2012, which meets the asset recognition criteria. Therefore this is the capitalized value of the asset, है ना भाई, ये asset की capitalized value हो जाएगी. okay, from 1st April 2012 the company will implement new process design which will result in after tax saving of how much sir, 80 lakhs per annum for the next 5 years. so first same question like last, 1 2 3 4 5, each year how much benefit you are expecting, 80 lakhs 80 lakhs 80 lakhs 80 lakhs and 80 lakhs. उसका प्रेजेंट वैल्यू कितना, बिकॉज दिस बिकम्स नथिंग बट व्हाट्स रिकवरेबल अमाउंट. ओके, द कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल ऑफ द कंपनी इज हाउ मच सर, 10%. एक्सप्लेन the accounting treatment of research expenditure, that should be nothing but P&L account debit. Do you agree? The cost of internally generated intangible asset as per AS 26 and the amortization of the asset. See, don't forget the present value of annuity is how much sir, 3.7908, right? So first we will multiply 80 lakhs into 3.7908. So what is the recoverable amount? Recoverable amount is only 303 lakhs 26,400. 303 lakhs 26,400. दैट्स द रिकवरेबल अमाउंट. इससे ज़्यादा नहीं रिकवर कर पाएंगे आप. हाँ है ना यहाँ पे, ये रहा फिगर. सो इफ़ यू ऑब्जर्व हाउ मच द डेवलपमेंट कॉस्ट. डेवलपमेंट कॉस्ट इज हाउ मच, यू नो, डेवलपमेंट कॉस्ट इज 360 lakhs. वेरी गुड. माइनस हाउ मच इज द रिकवरेबल अमाउंट. रिकवरेबल अमाउंट कितना है? रिकवरेबल अमाउंट इज ओनली 80 lakhs इंटू एंट्री फैक्टर कितना बोला, 3.7908. सो रिकवरेबल अमाउंट इज ओनली 303.264 lakhs. So if I remove this from this, there is an impairment loss. How much there is an impairment loss? Minus 360 lakhs. There is an impairment loss of 56 lakhs 73,600. This amount should be taken to P&L account debit what sir? Immediately. इम्पेयरमेंट का मतलब बताया ना अभी, वेन एवर, अरे ये बताया ना सर, वेन एवर द बुक वैल्यू इज मोर देन रिकवरेबल अमाउंट, द डिफरेंस इज कॉल्ड नथिंग बट व्हाट सर, इम्पेयरमेंट लॉस. याद है? Therefore what you can do sir, this balance amount of 303.26 lakhs you can write it off over a period of how many years? 5 years. तो मैं राइट ऑफ करके बता देता हूँ आपको. इट्स 303.26 है क्या, डेट बाई 5 years. Each year how much you can write off? roughly 60.65 lakhs. 60.65 lakhs आप write off कर पाओगे हर साल. Am I clear? So this is better question when compared to the previous one. Why? See, in this question they have not only asked about research cost, development cost, impairment cost, but they also ask about what sir, how to amortize the asset. Because the life of the asset is 5 years, you can amortize the asset over a period of how many years? 5 years you can amortize. बोलो ना सर, करोगे ना? चलो, आई एम गोइंग टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. क्वेश्चन नंबर 75. वो बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन है सर. ओ मेनी आर देयर. नो प्रॉब्लम, विल डू वन बाय वन. क्वेश्चन नंबर 75. M Limited launched a project for producing product A in November 2008. The company incurred rupees 30 lakhs towards research and development expenses up to 31st March 2010. Due to unfavorable market condition, the management feels that रोना स्टार्ट हो गया इन लोगों का. The management condition, the management feels that it is not possible to manufacture and sell the product in the market for so many years. Therefore, what you want to do? They want to write off the expenditure. Write off कर लो ना सर. Write it off immediately. Don't write it off in future period. Come on. So advisor, I think this question is same repeat, right? कौन से क्वेश्चन का रिपीट है भाई ये क्वेश्चन? This is repeat of question number 71. You can write here. Repeat of question number 71. You can skip it safely, right? Yeah. One more question. A company acquired for its internal use a software on 28/1/2012 from USA. अब import किया for US dollars how much sir? Oh, 1 lakh. ये डॉलर है जान से. The exchange rate is how much sir? 52 rupees per US dollar. The seller allowed trade discount of how much sir? 5%. Trade discount you can deduct immediately. The other expenditure were import duty कितना लग गया? 20% लग गया. Purchase tax कितना लग गया? 10% लग गया. Entry tax कितना लग गया sir? 5%. But recoverable later from the tax department. See, any tax for which you will get credit. So this will not form part of cost. Why? Because you get input tax credit na. If you are able to get ITC for the taxes paid, it will not form part of cost. Installation expenses 25,000, the two in rupees. Okay, super. Professional fees how much sir? Rupees 20,000. Very good. 20,000. Compute the cost of software to be capitalized. Very easy hai. See, if I am not wrong, discount you need to deduct, import duty you need to add, purchase tax you need to add, एंट्री टैक्स यू कैन इग्नोर. वाई इग्नोर? बिकॉज एंट्री टैक्स का क्रेडिट मिल रहा है ना, तो दैट विल नॉट बिकम पार्ट ऑफ कॉस्ट. Installation expenses you need to add. Professional fee for clearance from custom duty you need to add, because all the expenses incurred up to the point of time the asset gets ready for its intended use, all those expenses will get what sir? Capitalized. तो देखो ना सर, तो ये हो गया आपका परचेज कॉस्ट. डू यू एग्री? Immediately you got discount, therefore this is the net purchase cost. If I convert this into Indian currency, 52 पे multiply करूँगा, so this is the cost of the asset in Indian rupee. Am I clear? On this 20% import duty immediately will be levied. On the total value, again 10% cost. See, question should have been more clear that the purchase tax should have been after import duty. See, as a professional, so we know, but as a student, you may not be knowing that purchase tax should be after considering import duty. Please careful. So this line you may feel easy, but it's not that easy. Purchase tax should be considered after adding what sir? Import duty. वो customs में सिखाएंगे आपको CA final में. Then installation expenses you add, professional fee you add, this is the cost of the asset, right now. So this is the value at which the asset should be recognized. If you observe, in this we did not consider one tax. What is that sir? Entry tax. देख लो. Why entry tax is not considered? Because for entry tax you get credit ना. So when you get the credit back, obviously it will not become part of cost. ऐसे अगर इंडिया में अगर आप सॉफ्टवेयर खरीद रहे हैं, you pay GST. Whenever you pay GST, you get back the credit, right? So once you get the credit, obviously it will not become part of cost, right? देख लो सर, वेरी इजी क्वेश्चन, एग्जाम में पूछा था, ध्यान से. चलिए गो टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. क्वेश्चन नंबर 77 में जाता हूँ. क्वेश्चन नंबर 77. बेस लिमिटेड इज शोइंग an intangible asset at 85 lakhs as on 1/4/2011. Okay, this asset was acquired for 112 lakhs on 1/4/2008 and the same was available for use from that day. कितना साल हो गया सर? 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 3 years हो गया गैप सर. इन तीनों डेट्स के बीच में 3 years का गैप है. ओके, द कंपनी हैज़ बीन फॉलोइंग द पॉलिसी ऑफ एमोर्टाइजेशन ऑफ इंटेंजिबल एसेट ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ 12 years ऑन स्ट्रेट लाइन बेसिस. कंपनी क्या कर रही है सर? कंपनी इज फॉलोइंग 12 years एज द लाइफ ऑफ द एसेट. इफ यू रिमेंबर, देयर इज अ रिबटेबल presumption that an intangible asset cannot have a life of more than 10 years, right? So maximum period of write-off should not exceed how many years? 10 years. Continue. Comment on the accounting treatment of the above with reference to the relevant accounting standard. See, question is not that clear. Question should state whether 12 years life has been arrived by taking some background working. मतलब कुछ justification है क्या? If there is no justification, then you need to do correction for the first 3 years also. Right ना sir? सन में आ रहा. It's an important question sir, very very important. This is on life of intangible asset. एक intangible asset की life के basis पे एक question है. Am I clear sir? See, I'll discuss the answer with you here. कहाँ पे discuss करूँ सोच रहा हूँ बस. I'll add a page. हो गया क्या? सॉरी, हो गया. सी, what is the original cost of the asset? The original cost of the asset is कितना दिया भाई? 112 lakh. The original cost of the asset is 112 lakh. Okay. On what date? 1/4/2018. On 1/4/2008 की वैल्यू है. वेरी गुड. गोइंग फर्दर, what is the value? This is the original cost after 3 years. After 3 years, on what date? On 1/4/2011. On 1/4/2011, what is the book value of the asset? It's only 85 lakhs. तो कैसे राइट ऑफ किया भाई? 112 डिवाइडेड बाई 12 इंटू 3, 28 lakhs. 112 minus 28, 84 नहीं मैच हो रहा. चेक करता हूँ फिर से. 112 डिवाइडेड बाई 12 इंटू 3 साल, 28 लाख सारा. सो 112 में से 28 निकाल भी दूँ तो 84 ही आना चाहिए. सो आई डोंट नो, 1 लाख शुड बी सम रेसिडुअल वैल्यू. ठीक है ना सर. This is the original cost on 1/4/2018 and this is the value on 1/4/2011. Now what is the life the management felt? As per the management, the life of the asset is how many years? 12 years, right now. Therefore maximum life, I'll write here, maximum life of intangible asset cannot exceed how many years, sir? 10 years. Therefore the amortization for first 3 years, the amortization first 3 years should have been, the amortization for first 3 years should have been 112 lakhs by 10 years into 3 years, है ना भाई. It should be 112 divided by 10 into 3, it should be 33.6 lakhs, right now. 33.6 lakhs they should have written off. But how much is amortized till now? How much is amortized till now? You know, it is 112 lakh minus 85 lakh. So it's 112 minus 85. How much they have amortized? Only 27 lakhs they have amortized. Therefore do one thing, this you can take as a prior period item. कर लो, कुछ नहीं होता. This you can treat as what, sir? Prior period item for the last 3 years. For the last 3 years you are doing correction for it. It is 33.6 minus 27. So 6.6 lakhs you will take to P&L account debit as a prior period item. Because they should have amortized how much, sir? 33.6, but they have amortized only how much, sir? 27. So 6.6 आप कैसे treat कर लो? Prior period item. That's one point. So now what is the amortization? Amortization from 4th year to 10th year, from 4th year to 10th year कितना रहेगा? It should be very easy. It should be 112 lakh by 10 years into each year. Do you agree? each year मतलब कंफ्यूज हो जाएंगे, बेटर मैं इसको 10 years लिख देता हूँ, है ना भाई, बेटर रहेगा. That should be only how much, sir? अरे आजा, क्या हो गया? It should be 11.2 lakhs each year. Do you agree? This is how you should amortize the asset. But the question is bit vague, sir. The question did not clarify whether life of 12 years is by management wish or they have just taken an ad hoc number. See, if there is a genuine reason that the life of the asset is more than 10, then that is acceptable. There is nothing wrong with the sum. But if the management is not able to give any reason why the life is more than 10, then you need to do the correction. Am I clear, sir? तो क्वेश्चन में थोड़ी एम्बिग्विटी है, whether the management opinion of 12 years life is justifiable or not, that they have not given. So आप लोग आंसर चेक कर लेना एक बार ICA का. This is your ICA answer. Have a look if you want once. Can pause the video and have a look. एक बार pause करके देखना है तो देख लो. So what mistake they have done for the first 3 years? That you please do correction. I did not change the method. Come on. I did not even change the life of the asset. It's only what, sir? They have done something wrong. We are doing the correction for it. So that is called prior period item. आप correction कर लो. So this you can treat as what, prior period item. मैं तो लिख भी देता हूँ यहाँ पे. इसको आप प्रायर पीरियड आइटम की तरह ट्रीट कर लो तो बेटर रहेगा, क्लैरिटी आ जाएगी. हमें क्लियर अप टू हियर, सर? आई डोंट नो, आई थिंक आई मिस्ड अ क्वेश्चन इन बिटवीन. या क्वेश्चन नंबर 78, हेडिंग यहाँ पे है, क्वेश्चन नेक्स्ट पेज से स्टार्ट हो रहा, ध्यान से. क्वेश्चन नंबर 78. हीरा लिमिटेड हैज़ गॉट the license to manufacture particular medicines for 10 years at a license fee of 200 lakhs. Okay, super. License fee कितना है? 200 lakhs. Given below is a pattern of expected production and expected operating cash inflows. Okay, number of bottles that will produce and net operating cash flows. So this is how you will get the benefit from that license. I think it's in the ratio of 9:18:, 23:32:32, 32:32:32, 32:32:32. अब awkward ratio है. The net operating cash flow has increased from third year because of a better inventory management and handling method. Okay, suggest the amortization method. Nothing, sir. The amortization of intangible asset, this 200 lakh should be in what ratio, sir? This is the ratio in which you should amortize the intangible asset. ये जो 200 lakhs है ना सर, this 200 lakhs you should amortize in this ratio, that's it. So it should be 9:18:23:32 and so on. Am I clear sir? check कर लो, ठीक है. Don't go with this ratio because ICI have taken round figures. You can take the exact number here. You want me to tell the exact number? I'll tell you. It is 9 plus 18 plus 23 plus 32. How many times? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 1 minute. 32 into 7 plus 50. It is 274. कर लेंगे आप लोग, है ना भाई. 9 divided by 274, 18 divided by 274, 13 divided by 274 and so on. If you want you can just check. कर लेना आप लोग. Am I clear? Take the exact ratios. ICI did not take the exact ratios, right? तो ICI का जो ratio it's wrong. So please take your exact ratios. You will get a better answer. Am I clear, sir? There are 2 more questions left which we'll take up now. ले लेते हैं, काम हो जाएगा. और नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, क्वेश्चन नंबर 79. आंसर यहाँ पे है, ध्यान से. A company is showing an intangible asset at 88 lakhs as on 1/4/2013. The asset was acquired for 120 lakhs on 1/4/2009 and the same was available for use from that date. The company has been following the policy of amortization of intangible asset over a period of 15 years on straight line basis. 15 साल सोच लिए लोग लाइफ. Comment on the accounting treatment of the above with reference to the relevant accounting standard. I think this question is same as question number 77. अभी करके आए ना सर. यहाँ पे कितने साल का गैप है देखो, कितना साल गलती हो गई. 9 10 10 11 11 12 12 13, 4 years का गैप है. So you need to do the correction for first 4 years. It should be 120 divided by 10 into 4. They should have promoted. What they should have actually done, they should have done 48 lakhs amortization. How much they have done for the first 4 years, you know? 120 minus 88, 32 lakhs only they have done. See, had the life of the asset been 10 years, they should have amortized for a period of 4 years 48 na, because 120 divided by 10 is 12 lakhs each year. So 48 lakhs कर लेना चाहिए था. कितना किया? 32 किया. So 48 minus 32 कितना होगा? 16 lakhs will become prior period item. First you do correction of this, then current year amortization will be 12 lakhs each, right? So I'm not solving it. This is same as question number 77. कर लोगे? So 16 lakhs is taken as what's a prior period item. This is also one of the excellent questions. अच्छा क्वेश्चन है सर, कर लेंगे. Mahesh Limited is developing a new product process. Very good. During the financial year ended 31st March 2013, the total expenditure incurred on process was how much, sir? 60 lakhs. The production process met the criteria for recognition as intangible asset on 1st of December 2012. Expenditure incurred till this date was how much, sir? 32 lakhs. Recognition criteria कब आया? 1st December को ही आया. जब 1st December को recognition criteria आया, from this date only you can start capitalization. So whatever expenditure you have incurred till now, you should charge towards, sir, P&L. So this 32 lakhs and this 60 lakhs both will go to what, sir? P&L. Am I clear? Further expenditure incurred on the process for development for the financial year ending 31st of March 2014 was 90 lakhs. So if I'm not wrong, only this can go for capitalization. As on 31st of March 2014, the recoverable amount of know-how embodied in the process is estimated to be how much, sir? 82 lakhs. Very good. 82 lakhs क्या है sir? Max to max amount that can be recovered from the use of the asset. Asset को use करके how much amount you can recover, sir? 82 lakhs only you can recover. This includes estimation of what, sir? Future cash outflow and inflows. Super. खाली पीली 90 lakh rupees you have spent, but if you recover, how much you can recover, sir? 82 lakhs. It's like you have spent it more, but what you can recover from use of the asset is very less. So the difference itself is impairment loss. Now what they are asking you one by one, we need to answer. You are required to work out. What is the expenditure to be charged to P&L account for the year ended 31st March 2013. 2013 के लिए पूछ रहा है, केयरफुल है ना भाई. व्हाट इज द एक्सपेंडिचर दैट शुड बी चार्ज टू P&L अकाउंट? केयरफुल रहेंगे थोड़ा सर। ये खर्चा 2013 में हुआ ड्यूरिंग द फाइनेंशियल ईयर, द टोटल एक्सपेंडिचर इंक्लूड इन द प्रोसेस वाज हाउ मच सर? 60। कंफ्यूज कर रहा है, डेट्स में कंफ्यूज कर रहा है, थोड़ा केयरफुल हो जाओ। See, up to 2013, how much they have incurred? 60. And how much was incurred up to research phase? If I'm not wrong, it's something like this. Confuse नहीं हो ना, मैं डायग्राम डाल के बता देता हूँ. So, in the year 12-13, how much they have incurred? They have incurred in total 60 lakhs. In the year 13-14, how much they have incurred again? 90 lakhs they have incurred. है ना भाई, पूरा 90 lakhs incur किया. How much is the expenditure? How much is the expenditure incurred till what phase, sir? How much is the expenditure incurred up to research phase? यहाँ तक research का phase था. ये research phase है क्या? ये development phase. ये रिसर्च का फेस है, ये डेवलपमेंट का फेस है. रिसर्च फेस में कितना खर्चा हो गया सर? रिसर्च फेस तक हो गया 32 लैक्स. तो डेवलपमेंट फेस में कितना हो गया सर? 60 माइनस 32, 28 लैक्स ऑफ इंकर्ड. फर्दर एक्सपेंडिचर इंकर्ड कितना है सर? फर्दर 90 लैक्स. सो इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग, दिस इज द टोटल एक्सपेंडिचर इंकर्ड इन द डेवलपमेंट फेस. Therefore, total expenditure incurred in the development phase is how much, sir? It's 90 plus 28. थोड़ा tricky है question. 118 lakhs is the total expenditure incurred in development phase. Now try to understand. For an expenditure of 118 lakhs, what is the amount recoverable? Only 82 lakhs. Let's see one by one. What are the questions? What is the expenditure to be charged to P&L account for the year ended 31st March 2013? Research phase का जो भी खर्चा है, you need to charge to what, sir? P&L. What is the expenditure incurred in the research phase? 32 lakhs. So that is rupees 32 lakhs. Okay. What is the carrying amount of the intangible asset as on 31st March 2013, sir? The carrying amount is only 28 lakhs. Why 28? Because out of 60, 32 lakhs if you charge to P&L, 28 lakhs is the expenditure up to that date. यहाँ तक का खर्चा पूछ रहा है, यहाँ तक का है ना भाई? Okay. What is the expenditure to be charged to P&L account for the year ended 31st March 2014? If you remember, what is the cost of the asset? The cost of the asset has now become how much, sir? 118 lakhs. Very good. But how much is the recoverable amount? Only 82 lakhs. So 118 minus 82. 36 lakhs is taken as what, you know? Impairment loss. Impairment loss कितना हो गया sir? 36 lakhs हो गया. What is the carrying value of intangible asset as on 31st March 2014, sir? It is 82 lakhs. Because amortization will start from the next year. Am I clear, sir? So it's one of the very good questions. You can just go through once. एक बार please go through कर लो. एक बार please go through कर लो. See, थोड़ा dates में थोड़ा confuse कर दिया sir. Dates में you have to be very very careful. समझ में आया ना diagram? 12-13 में पूरा कितना खर्चा किया? 12-13 में पूरा खर्चा 60 lakhs किया. रिसर्च फेज तक कितना किया? 32. तो डेवलपमेंट फेज में कितना किया? 28. नेक्स्ट ईयर फिर से खर्चा कितना किया? 90. सो पुट टुगेदर हाउ मच एक्सपेंडिचर यू हैव इंकर्ड इन डेवलपमेंट फेज? 118 lakhs. Am I clear, sir? So this is how you can solve the problem, sir. Now what is the value of the asset? It's only 32. Actually impairment loss नहीं रहता, then the value of the asset should have been how much, sir? 112 lakhs. अगर impairment loss नहीं रहता, then the value of asset should have been how much, sir? 112 lakhs. Am I clear up to here? See, one by one we'll see the answer. 32 lakhs will go and sit in the P&L account. 28 lakhs is the value of asset as on 31st March 2013. So total value of the asset is 118. Out of that, if I remove 36 lakhs as impairment loss, the recoverable amount is only 82. Very good. So this is the value of the asset at the end of the year 2014. Am I clear, sir? Right? This completes our problems on accounting standard 26. Right? Thank you.